Without measuring, find the value of angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D. So let's start off with angle D. Well, angle D and angle 70 are on a straight line, and angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 70 will leave us with angle D. So 180 minus 70 is 110 degrees. So angle D is 110 degrees. Okay, so then angle C is going to be 70 because it is alternate to angle 70. And we know that alternate angles are equal. So angle C is going to be 70 because it's alternate to angle 70. And we can see that it forms a Z shape. So angle C and angle 70 are alternate to each other, so they are equal. Another way we could have seen that was by noticing that angle C and angle D form co-interior or supplementary angles. So that they are the two interior angles inside of parallel lines. And we know that these lines are parallel because of these little arrows. And supplementary or co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees as well. So 180, take away 110, will also leave us with 70. So angle C is going to be 70 degrees. And then angle A is going to be 70 because it is opposite angle C, which is 70. And vertically opposite angles are equal. Another way we could have figured out angle A is to say that it is corresponding with angle 70. So they're in the same place, so they're equal. So angle A is going to be 70 degrees because it's corresponding angle. It's corresponding with angle 70. They're in the same place. Or we could say it's vertically opposite to C. So it's looking across at C, so it's equal to C. So either way, angle A is 70 degrees. And then that just leaves us with angle B to figure out. Well, angle B is going to be 110 degrees because it's corresponding with angle D. So if this is 110 degrees, then this is also 110 degrees because they're corresponding with each other. They're in the same place. So angle D is corresponding with angle B. They're in the same place, so angle B is 110 degrees. Alternatively, we could have said angle B and angle C are on a straight line and they add up to 180 degrees. So we could have said 180, take away the 70, leaves us with 110. Or we could have said angle B and angle A are on a straight line as well and they add up to 180. So again, 180, take away the 70, leaves us with 110. There's loads of ways to do this. That's all we needed to know in the question, angle A, B, C and D. But I'm just going to fill in the other angles just so we get a better picture of what's going on with parallel angles inside parallel lines. So this would also be 110 degrees. And this angle here would also be 110 degrees. And this angle here would be 70 degrees. So we have 110, 110, 110, 110. So they are alternate to each other. Also 110 and 110 are opposite each other, as are these two 110s. Then angle 70, angle 70, angle 70 and angle 70 are all alternate to each other. And these two 70s are opposite each other, so they're equal, and these two 70s are opposite each other, they're equal. Also, we could say 110 and 110 are corresponding with each other, they're in the same place, so they're equal. 70 and 70 are corresponding with each other, they're in the same place, so they're equal. 110 and 110 are corresponding with each other, they're in the same place, so they're equal. And 70 and 70 are in the same place, so they're equal, they're corresponding with each other. And also co-interior or supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. So 110 plus 70 equals 180 degrees. And likewise on the other side, 70 plus 110 equals 180 degrees. Also, angles around a point or angles in a full circle or a full angle add up to 360. So 110 plus 70 plus 110 plus 70 gives us 360 degrees. And the same goes for down here, 360 degrees. Without measuring, find the value of angle 1. So we're trying to figure out what this angle is here. This question is a bit more difficult as we must determine ourselves which angles to use. So there's a few ways that you could do this, but one method is to find angle 2. So angle 85 and angle 2 are in the same place. They're corresponding with each other. So they have to be equal. So angle 2 must be also 85 degrees. So 85 degrees and 85 degrees. Now angle 1 and angle 2 are on a straight line, and angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 85 will leave us with angle 1. So 180 minus 85 is 95 degrees. So angle 1 is going to be 95 degrees. So remember, many questions have more than one way in which to find the measure of the required angle. So let's just have a closer look at our angles and fill in some other angles. We weren't asked for any more, but it'll give us a better idea of understanding angles and parallel lines. So if this is 85, then the angle opposite is also going to be 85, because opposite angles are equal. And again, if this is 85, then this is also going to be 85, because opposite angles are equal. Also, we can say that all the 85s are alternate to each other, and alternate angles are equal. So 85, 85, 85, and 85, they are alternate to each other. If this is 95, then this is opposite, so this is also going to be 95. And again, opposite angles are equal. If this is 85, then this angle must also be 95, because angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. And also, 95 and 95 are corresponding with each other. They're in the same place, so they're also equal. So if this is 95, this angle is corresponding with it, so it's also 95. And it's also opposite to this angle, which means it's also equal to 95. And also, angles around a point, or angles in a full circle or a full angle, should add up to 360 degrees. So 95 plus 85 plus 95 plus 85 adds up to 360 degrees. And likewise over here as well, 360 degrees. So 95 is alternate to 95, is alternate to 95, is alternate to 95. They're all equal. 85 is opposite to 85, vertically opposite, so they're equal. 85 is opposite to 85, they're equal. So 95 and 95 are corresponding with each other. They're in the same place, so they're equal. 85 and 85 are corresponding with each other. They're in the same place, so they're equal. 95 and 95 are corresponding with each other. And 85 and 85 are corresponding with each other. So it's important that we learn off these rules. And these are the rules that we follow when we have two parallel lines and a transversal cutting the two parallel lines. So we know these parallel lines are parallel because of the little arrows. Alternatively, sometimes they just say it in the question. So we have two parallel lines, a transversal cutting them, and we need to learn off our rules about opposite angles, corresponding angles, alternate angles, and supplementary angles. And sometimes we use the fact that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees, and sometimes we use the fact that angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. So sometimes we use extra rules inside of the other rules that we've already learned off for angles inside parallel lines.